Over the past decade, repair costs have jumped more than 35%, and many drivers keep asking the same question. Why are modern cars harder and more expensive to live with than older ones? Features we used every day quietly disappeared, replaced by screens, sealed parts, and cost-cutting decisions. Now things are starting to change. Automakers are reversing course. Today, we're counting down 13 features making a comeback, and number 1 may explain why your repair bills feel so high today. Number 13. Handbrakes we could trust. Electronic parking brakes were introduced as progress. Cleaner interiors, more cabin space, and one-button convenience replaced the traditional mechanical lever. It was first introduced in 2001, and manufacturers have since pushed it heavily, promising modern design and automatic engagement every time you shut the car off. On paper, it looked smarter and more premium, perfectly aligned with the industry's shift toward fully digital cabins. But drivers experienced a different reality. Today, industry estimates suggest only about 8 to 15% of new vehicles still use true manual handbrakes, mostly enthusiast or driver-focused models. Forum discussions and owner feedback revealed a common theme. Many drivers felt less confident relying entirely on electronics for something as important as stopping a parked car. A manual handbrake uses a simple cable system. Electronic versions depend on motors, software, sensors, and modules that can fail without warning. When failures happen, the cost difference becomes obvious. Electronic parking brake repairs often require dealership diagnostics and software resets, with bills ranging from $600 to $1,500. A manual system typically needs a basic cable adjustment that takes minutes and costs almost nothing. More importantly, a lever provides true mechanical backup if the main brakes fail, something electronic systems cannot always guarantee. Brands focused on driving engagement continue holding the line because customers value control and simplicity. The manual handbrake survives not out of nostalgia, but because it works when it matters most. And losing mechanical control was only the beginning. Next, drivers started losing visibility too. Number 12. Fog lights that actually worked. Fog lights were once designed with purpose. Mounted low and wide, they cut under fog, rain, and snow to illuminate the road surface directly ahead. They reduced glare and helped drivers see lane markings when standard headlights struggled. They were practical safety tools, not styling accessories. Then manufacturers quietly began removing them. By the late 2010s, many cars replaced real fog lamps with plastic trim or decorative inserts. The reasoning sounded logical. Modern LED headlights were supposedly good enough, and deleting fog lights saved around $50 per vehicle. Across millions of cars, that translated to massive savings while giving bumpers a cleaner appearance. But real-world driving told another story. Safety studies show poor visibility contributes to roughly 22% of crashes during bad weather. Standard headlights often reflect back in fog, reducing contrast and making road edges harder to see. True fog lights aim lower and wider, cutting through the weather instead of bouncing off it. Drivers quickly noticed the difference, and complaints about missing fog lamps became common across owner forums. Some brands began restoring functional fog lights or integrating low-mounted LED systems, especially on vehicles for colder or rural markets. The return remains partial, but it shows manufacturers recognize drivers still want practical safety features. Drivers don't want decorative lighting pieces. They want tools that actually help when conditions turn dangerous. And as exterior functionality disappeared, frustration inside the cabin grew even faster. Number 11. The return of aircon knobs. Climate controls once worked without thought. Reach out, feel the knob, turn it, and continue driving without ever taking your eyes off the road. The system survived for decades because it relied on touch, not attention. Then, around 2010, manufacturers moved climate controls into touchscreens, claiming digital interfaces looked modern and reduced parts complexity. Screens created cleaner dashboards and cut production costs by roughly $40 to $50 per vehicle. Automakers framed it as progress, but many drivers felt the change made simple tasks harder than before. The data quickly exposed the downside. Usability studies found that touchscreen interactions can distract drivers for 4 to 5 seconds, meaning over 400 feet traveled at highway speed without full attention. A famous comparison test showed older cars with physical controls completing basic adjustments far faster than modern touchscreen vehicles. Owners complained about having to dig through menus just to adjust airflow or temperature, and older drivers, especially, describe the experience as distracting and unsafe. Knobs work because drivers feel them instantly. No searching, no tapping, no delays. And once climate controls moved into menus, even more essential buttons started disappearing next. Number 10. Real spare wheels returned. There was a time when a flat tire meant a short delay, not a crisis. Drivers opened the trunk, installed the spare wheel, and kept going. That simple backup gave people confidence, especially on long trips or in remote areas. Then, manufacturers removed spare wheels to reduce weight and improve fuel economy figures. Run-flat tires and sealant kits replaced them, saving roughly $100 per vehicle and freeing cargo space. Automakers promoted these solutions as modern and efficient alternatives. Reality proved more complicated. Run-flat tires often cost $250 to $350 each compared to $80 to $100 for conventional tires. They ride more harshly and can be difficult to replace quickly outside urban areas. Sealant kits only work for small punctures and often permanently damage the tire. American Automobile Association roadside assistance data shows tire problems remain one of the most common reasons drivers call for help, leaving many stranded despite supposedly modern solutions. Customer frustration eventually forced change. Some manufacturers began offering spare wheels again, either as optional or standard equipment, following backlash and concerns about resale value. Drivers realized that convenience kits were not true replacements for real backup equipment. When you're stranded miles from help, confidence doesn't come from a can of foam. It comes from a real spare wheel. And that same demand for practicality continued inside the cabin. Number 9. Buttons instead of screens. You never realize how valuable buttons are until they vanish. Tasks that once took a split second, adjusting fan speed, changing radio stations, activating heated seats, suddenly required multiple taps through menus. The shift accelerated in the late 2010s as manufacturers embraced minimalist interiors dominated by touchscreens. Digital panels reduced parts, simplified assembly, and made cabins look futuristic. On paper, it seemed like clear progress, but usability testing exposed serious issues. A 2022 study comparing vehicles found older cars with physical controls completed 4 basic tasks dramatically, faster than modern touchscreen models. One older vehicle finished in about 10 seconds, while touchscreen-heavy cars required 25 to 45 seconds, meaning drivers traveled more than a kilometer while distracted. Owners complained that simple actions now demanded far too much attention. The backlash became impossible to ignore. Manufacturers publicly admitted that removing buttons had been a mistake. European New Car Assessment Program reinforced the shift by penalizing vehicles without physical controls for essential functions starting in 2026, forcing brands to rethink interior design. Physical buttons provide instant feedback, speed, and confidence. Drivers don't want to study menus while moving. They want instinctive control. And that small click marks the beginning of sanity returning to modern cars. If you're enjoying this breakdown so far, take a second to hit like and subscribe. And trust me, the features coming next are even more surprising, especially the one that could save you thousands in repair costs. Stay with us, because most drivers don't realize what manufacturers are quietly changing back. Number 8. Real leather, not plastic. Luxury used to mean something you could feel. The moment you sat down, the material told you what kind of car you were in. Soft, durable surfaces designed to age with time rather than fight it. Real leather was not just about appearance, it represented craftsmanship and longevity. Then manufacturers began shifting toward synthetic substitutes marketed as vegan or premium artificial materials. The decision lowered costs and simplified manufacturing, saving roughly $200 to $400 per vehicle. Interiors still looked upscale in brochures and showrooms, but long-term ownership revealed differences many drivers noticed quickly. Reports from owners showed synthetic surfaces often cracked, peeled, or lost softness sooner than genuine leather, impacting resale values. Buyers started questioning why premium prices came without premium materials. Much like the touchscreen trend, the shift felt more like cost-cutting disguised as innovation. Some brands responded by reintroducing genuine leather options after customer feedback highlighted durability concerns. Higher trims increasingly return to authentic materials because buyers want cabins that hold up over time, not just look good under dealership lights. Drivers don't reject innovation, they reject feeling shortchanged. When you pay for luxury, you expect it to last. And as interiors changed, something even more important quietly disappeared under the hood. Number 7. Oil dipsticks we trusted. Checking oil once took seconds. Pop the hood, pull the dipstick, read the level, and close it again. Simple, reliable, and completely independent of electronics. Then manufacturers declared it outdated. Beginning around 2006, brands removed dipsticks and replaced them with electronic oil sensors, claiming drivers no longer needed manual checks. The engine bay looked cleaner and automation sounded smarter, but the shift created a new problem: total dependency on sensors operating in extremely harsh conditions. Owners quickly discovered inconsistencies. Forums documented sensors showing conflicting readings, one moment low, the next overfilled, with no change. The issue became more serious when combined with manufacturers' oil consumption standards that allowed engines to burn up to 1 quart per 800 to 900 miles. Without a dipstick, drivers had no independent way to verify what was happening inside their engines. Interestingly, some high-end models like BMW 5 Series have quietly retained dipsticks, hid them deep in the engine bay and barely acknowledged in owner manuals. That decision revealed an uncomfortable truth. Even manufacturers knew mechanical backup still mattered. The lesson is clear: a sensor can fail. A dipstick tells the truth instantly. Sometimes the cheapest tool protects the most expensive part of your car. And while under the hood simplicity disappeared, even basic communication between drivers became harder. Number 6. Turn signals drivers notice. Turn signals used to communicate clearly. A bright blink meant instant understanding. Other drivers reacted without thinking, making traffic smoother and safer. Over time, design trends pushed toward slimmer lighting signatures and smaller signal elements. The goal was style and cost savings, with simplified rear lighting layouts saving roughly $30 to $50 per vehicle. Cars looked modern, but visibility often suffered, especially in daylight, rain, or complex traffic conditions. Safety studies consistently show signaling issues contribute to thousands of accidents every year. When signals are harder to see, reaction time increases, and confusion follows. Drivers began noticing that newer designs sometimes prioritized aesthetics over function. Some manufacturers reversed course by introducing more visible sequential turn signals and clearer lighting patterns. Movement catches the eye faster than static blinking, improving communication on the road. Drivers reported feeling more confident when signals were obvious and easy to interpret. Good signaling isn't about design trends, it's about clarity. And as manufacturers chased efficiency and technology, many drivers realized they missed something else entirely: the raw simplicity of bigger engines. Number 5. The return of V8 power. V8 engines were never just about numbers. They delivered smooth torque, simple mechanics, and a driving experience many enthusiasts considered irreplaceable. The downsizing era changed everything. To meet emissions targets and improve lab-tested fuel economy, manufacturers replaced large engines with smaller turbocharged units. On paper, performance matched or exceeded older engines, but complexity increased dramatically. Turbos introduced additional heat, plumbing, and components operating at extreme conditions, often spinning above 100,000 RPM with temperatures exceeding 800 degrees Celsius. Real-world experiences exposed trade-offs. Turbo engines frequently required premium fuel, added repair complexity, and sometimes failed to deliver promised efficiency when driven enthusiastically. Reliability comparisons began favoring naturally aspirated designs, with some studies showing fewer issues per 100 vehicles. That's why several brands kept V8 options alive despite industry pressure. Demand never vanished. Drivers wanted emotion, sound, and simplicity alongside performance. The continued presence of V8 engines proves that not every improvement is measured on a test bench. Technology evolves, but driving feel still matters. And that same desire for involvement kept another feature alive against the odds. Number 4. Stick shifts drivers loved. Driving once required participation. Every shift demanded timing, coordination, and attention. Manuals created a connection between driver and machine that automation never fully replaced. The decline happened gradually. As automation improved, manufacturers cut manual options to simplify production and reduce costs. By the mid-2010s, manual transmissions accounted for barely 1 to 2% of new car sales in many markets. Yet something unexpected happened. Enthusiast demand remained strong. Manual cars continued appearing in performance models where engagement mattered most. Buyers were willing to sacrifice convenience for control, and sales numbers in niche segments proved the passion never disappeared. Manufacturers kept offering manuals in select vehicles because each purchase sent a message. Drivers still valued the experience. Manuals may no longer dominate, but they survived because the people who wanted them refused to stop buying them. A manual gearbox isn't about speed alone. It's about involvement. And as controls became increasingly digital, even basic comfort functions started going the wrong direction again. Number 3. Gauges that told the truth. Older gauges gave drivers honest, real-time feedback. When the engine temperature rose, the needle moved gradually, allowing drivers to notice small changes before they became serious problems. This early warning helped many drivers react quickly, whether by slowing down, turning off the air conditioning, or pulling over before overheating caused major damage. The system was simple, but it built trust because drivers could see what was really happening under the hood. Then, buffered gauges began appearing in modern vehicles. Manufacturers programmed the needle to stay centered across a wide range of temperatures to reduce customer anxiety and prevent unnecessary service visits. On the surface, the display looked calm and stable, even as the engine temperature was fluctuating significantly in the background. While it made dashboards look reassuring, it also removed valuable information that drivers once relied on. Mechanics quickly noticed the downside. Drivers lost the ability to spot early warning signs because the gauge often stayed normal until temperatures were already critical. Some manufacturers are now returning to clearer displays and more detailed digital readouts. Honest gauges help drivers make smarter maintenance decisions and avoid costly repairs. Number 2. Headlight washers. For winter. Modern headlight washers may seem small, but for drivers in snowy or dirty climates, they serve an important purpose. When roads are covered in salt, slush, or mud, headlights quickly become coated, reducing brightness and visibility at night. A simple spray system could clear the lens instantly, restoring light output and improving safety without the driver needing to stop. Older vehicles often included this feature because manufacturers prioritized real-world driving conditions. Then, many brands began removing headlight washers during the 2010s. The reason was mostly cost reduction and a simpler front bumper design, saving roughly $150 to $200 per vehicle. Since the feature was not always used in warmer climates, manufacturers assumed most drivers would not notice its absence. But drivers in colder regions quickly realized the difference once weather conditions worsened. Safety testing has shown that dirty headlights can reduce light output by up to 50%, significantly shortening visibility distance. As complaints grew, some manufacturers began bringing washers back on select trims designed for colder markets. The return reflects a broader industry realization that small, practical features can make a major difference in real-world safety. Number 1. Parts you could actually fix. Repairing cars used to be straightforward. If one component failed, you replaced that single part, and the vehicle returned to the road without major expense. Mechanics could diagnose issues quickly. Owners benefited from affordable, predictable repairs. This approach made long-term ownership easier and helped vehicles stay reliable for many years. Then manufacturers moved toward integrated modules, combining several components into single assemblies. The change simplified production and reduced parts inventory, but it also made repairs far more expensive. A small failed sensor could now require replacing an entire unit, turning what used to be a minor fix into a costly repair. Many drivers and independent mechanics began pushing back as repair bills climbed. The downside became clear as ownership costs increased across the industry. Some manufacturers have started returning to more modular designs, allowing individual components to be replaced again rather than entire assemblies. This shift reduces waste and lowers repair costs for owners. Drivers don't mind technology, but they want vehicles that make practical sense to maintain, not systems that feel disposable after a single minor failure. Automakers removed practical features to cut costs, but drivers ended up paying more in repairs and frustration. Now customers are pushing back, and the industry is slowly reversing course. The big question is, which feature do you want back the most? Drop it in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives that help you avoid costly mistakes and save thousands, hit subscribe, because the next video might save your wallet.